Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Savvy Cast. This is Jamie, and I'm so grateful for all of you who are here, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast. I'm doing a solo episode today that I hope will be super helpful to all of you for the holidays. Now, what I'm going to share are some of my favorite things, and I consider them must-haves for cooking when you don't have everything in an optimal cooking situation. It may be that you are at a guest home or you're displaced as I am from your normal kitchen, and maybe you're in a temporary kitchen, or it may just be that you're in your normal kitchen, but it's the holidays and you're cooking for more people and you have people bringing dishes to your home. So you're sort of sharing all of your things. So hopefully what I'm going to share, these things that will help make any suboptimal cooking situation easier. I'm going to hold up some of these. So YouTube friends, you will get to see them. My podcast friends, just let me let you know all of this, everything I'm sharing is linked. I put it in my Like to Know It. For those of you who use that app, all of this will be there. And I will entitle it probably Kitchen Essentials or Must-Haves. But for those of you who don't use Instagram or Like to Know It, I am going to put everything in the show notes. So if you're driving or you're busy, don't worry about writing any of this down. It will be listed in the show notes. Okay, I'm going to start with something that I never knew was as wonderful as it is. And I just got my second one, and it is this hot plate. And this is the Elite Gourmet. And guys, it just goes from 0 to max 4, 5, 6. It is an electric burner that has been a lifesaver for me in this basement kitchen, because that we don't have a cooktop at all. So this has been, I've had one, and I just got this one, the second one from Amazon yesterday. Let me just tell you, I don't know what I would have done without this, guys. And let me tell you how this can help you, whether you're in a temporary kitchen or if you're cooking over the holidays. This is just like having an extra burner. Whether you have gas or an electric burner, you can plug it in where you need it to be. You might want it to be close to your cooktop where everything is cooking in one space. You might want to put this in the laundry room or a place that no one sees it. If you're boiling something like eggs that might have a little bit of a smell, or you might be cooking Brussels sprouts. Those have a very strong smell. So you could do that in another room. I cannot rave enough about this. Now, let me just tell you a few quick things about it. If you plan to get one and use it, I am a gas person. I have a gas cooktop. I've cooked with gas my whole life. It is an adjustment if you're accustomed to cooking with gas, because you have to wait on this. Allow yourself 5 to 10 minutes for it to preheat. I have found that the highest setting is typically what I keep it on. I have steamed eggs. I use my steamer basket a lot, but steam or boil eggs. I do potatoes, red potatoes or gold potatoes. That might be something you want to do over the holidays. But for a potato casserole, go ahead and get your potatoes. I like to pre-cook my potatoes where they're already cooked. And then when I make a potato casserole, it takes a lot less cooking time, because all I have to do is heat the casserole enough to melt the cheeses and the heavy whipping cream or whatever. It's just helpful if you're short on time. You can do anything on this you could do on a normal cooktop. So I highly recommend at least one of these. And like I said, I just got my second one, and I think they're $15 or $16. They're not expensive. And I think when I was putting this on my LTK, I think it was on sale. Okay, another essential. Excuse me, let me reach over here and get this. And I just ordered, this is my second one. The other one is literally falling apart. Well, the handle is coming off. because I use it so much. Now I use this all the time. This is my most often used skillet. And let me tell you why. I'm going to show you. I just took the sleeve off of it. It is the GreenPan Thermalon Healthy Ceramic Nonstick. It has none of the bad stuff. This is very safe and super healthy. Let me tell you why I love this. It is under 100 and it is worth $300 to me or more. Okay. Number one, this is 13.5 inches large. I don't think you can get a larger skillet than this. And you really wouldn't want to, because no burner, you would have to have a supersized burner. This is dreamy if you like to cook lots of veggies, or you've got a lot of salmon fillets or fish, because there's enough room to, number one, turn things without hitting the other food. And it allows the food to have room for air to get around the sides, or heat to get around the sides. So that's the number one thing. And of course, the fact that it is a GreenPan and that it is nonstick. This particular one is actually better. It's more improved than the one that I had. I think I've had it 2 years. This one they have made dishwasher safe, and that's fabulous. And it is also metal utensil safe. My other one was not. Now I still use metal utensils, but guys, best purchase ever. If you cook a lot and you want a big, do everything you want to do in its skillet. So this to me is a must have. Okay. And I've used this skillet with my burner, and I've cooked almost every meal that we've had in this basement. So it's fab. Okay. So now we've got that. I'm going to show you something that this will particularly help you during the holidays. I just used this because I'm filming a lot of my food videos for the holiday ahead, and I pulled it out. I don't use it through the whole year typically, unless I do large whole birds. And I don't do that often during the year, but this is an electric knife. So I'm just going to show you. It comes in this case, and there are the blades. And I have a Instagram reel on my Instagram page showing how I'm cutting a turkey with this. I will tell you, this is, I think it's under 20, fabulous. It's easy to use, and nothing will cut a turkey. I don't know many people who cook pheasant, but a turkey, a pheasant, or a large piece of, or large bird like an electric knife. It just cuts paper thin pieces, and it's easy. I know we had a Christmas party years ago. It was when the firm, Zane's firm was all of his people. It was like maybe 15 people. So we had the Christmas party at our house. Now the business is huge, so we have it somewhere else. But his business partner brought a turducken, and I did not have an electric knife. And it was quite the spectacle, Dwayne trying to cut a turducken without an electric knife. And I remember him saying, "You don't have an electric knife as much as you cook." So that was probably 15 years ago, or no, 10 years ago. I got an electric knife the next day, a week, and I've used it ever since. So great thing to have. Okay. Another thing that I use and love all year round, and I do have this to hold up. This is a Casserole Crock. As you can see, let me get this lid off. As you can see, it looks just like, I'm just going to take the insert out. It's the size of a casserole dish. Okay. It's fabulous for when you want to do things like, I do Mississippi green beans. I do spaghetti sauce. I do white chili chicken. You don't always need a 6-quart slow cooker, those big, heavy, deep slow cookers. Now they have their place, but for cooking for 2 people to 6 people, this is the perfect size. And it's perfect for serving because it's low and it's wide. You're not digging deep into a slow cooker. So I just want to show you the outside. It has a simple dial, low, high, and warm. This is fabulous. You can get one with a digital, but guys, this is all you need. I just use the turn dial, and I link to this one. If you want the digital, you can get it, but this is just a very simple cut and dry slow cooker. Now, I did not bring my slow cooker out of, it's down here with me. A 6-quart slow cooker is a must. I have used it 3 times down here. I did my slow cooker turkey breast. That's a favorite during the holidays. And you can't cook things like turkey breast or larger cuts of meat in this casserole crock. So I will link to my 6-quart crock because it's fabulous. And it's not a crock pot. It's a slow cooker, and it's, I believe, Hamilton Beach. And the reason I like mine is because you can lock the lid. If you're going to transport food during the holidays, that is a lifesaver because you do not have to worry that something is going to spill out of the slow cooker. You just latch it. So love mine, and I will link to it. Okay. Another thing that I have found to be indispensable, and this is probably less than $10. I don't know. It's not much at all. This is a brining bucket, and it is 8 quarts. But what I like about it is it's as compact as it can be. It's just tall and deep. You can brine Cornish hens, a turkey, a whole chicken, or a package of chicken breasts. So of course, brining is the main reason people get this, but I make coffee punch. That is one of my most popular blog posts. It's a big hit at showers and parties. It's got coffee and ice cream and whipping cream, and it's just wonderful. Well, you don't want to mix that in the punch bowl that you're going to serve it from, or if you're going to keep it in the fridge in a canister, because it makes the bowl not pretty. So you can do all your heavy mixing and then pour the finished product into your punch bowl or your canister. Now, I keep coffee punch in my fridge in one of these, and I just mix it here, pour it in there. Super, super helpful. Okay. On that note, I'm going to also link to this glass beverage canister. I think it's 2 quarts. It's thin. It will fit into the side of a refrigerator, like the side door. I love glass. I love storing in glass. I love pouring my beverages in glass. I do not like plastic because it stains. And even my tea, I use a Crystal Light peach tea. It stains plastic. Love this because you can sanitize it in the dishwasher, and it's slim. Just love this. So it's something that I've got several of. I will link to it. Okay. On that note of glass, this, I'm not sure what brand, but I'll link to it from Amazon. It's less than 100. It's the best storage for food and leftovers, which you're gonna have a lot of during the holidays. And again, I do not like storing leftovers in plastic. I used to use those plastic ones with the blue lids, and when you wash them in the dishwasher, they tend to warp. I love these, and the particular set that I think is most practical for most people is what I link to, but you will get these smaller ones, and then you'll get the medium. I think you get 2 of the medium, and then you get the larger. I love the lids. They look like this because you just pop them on each side. You snap them. Love, love, love those. And you can sanitize them in your dishwasher. And they are also, and I don't have my readers, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me pop these on. I want to make sure I'm telling you correctly. You could not put them on the stove top. You can put them in the oven. I don't believe you can freeze these. I'm not sure. But guys, all I do in them is store leftovers. And when we're done eating them, I reheat them in the microwave, and then I wash them. I don't freeze anything in these. So next, this is something that I cannot live without. It is probably less than $15. I have 2 of these because I just use them so much. This is a steamer basket, guys. Okay, it will fit in, let me just reach here. This pan happens to be here. It will fit in almost any size saucepan or pan, except maybe the smallest one. You just put it here, put it inside like this, and you just fill water until it just I do it where it just starts to come through these holes. And I do eggs most often in it. And why do I steam eggs instead of boiling them like I used to? Because if you steam your eggs, they will peel like a charm. The peels, literally, you just tap them on the tabletop and then you get started peeling and it's like the whole peel slips off. It's wonderful. It's magic. I do the potatoes. I do all of that. And I like the steaming better. You just bring your water to a boil and it steams your food. You're going to want to put the lid on where it'll catch the steam and, keep it within the pan. Steaming, whether it's vegetables or potatoes or whatever, it's just more gentle on the food. And the food does retain its nutrients instead of the nutrients being in the boiling water and being left into the water and discarded. So I love that. Now, here is another thing. I've got about 3 of these. This literally is, I think, the only spatula I ever use. It's an OXO fish spatula or fish turner. Now, I use this for everything, and this is why I like it. Can you see, my YouTube friends? See, it's flexible and it's super duper thin. It's wonderful. You can see it's the length of a large fish. So you can get a whole piece of fish, you can get it under, and then you can flip it. It's fabulous, y'all. I couldn't live without this spatula. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have a Breville smart oven that has an air fryer, but guys, you don't have to have an air fryer. You can use your oven. And I just got this because this is a perfect size. It gets huge ratings on Amazon. And I thought this is a must-have for someone who, whether it's for your second home, your beach home, or a guest kitchen, because if you just have a regular oven and this pan, it is a oven crisp baking tray. And it says for bacon, fries, and tater tots, homemade jerky, dried fruit, and more. But basically, it has everything you need. It's got the pan underneath, the sheet pan with the grid. So it fits together, and then you just use this in your oven, and the food is elevated. So the heat of your oven circulates over the food, all over the surface of the food, top and bottom, and it air fries it. Now, if you're going to do air frying, you're going to want to use convection, and almost every oven has convection because convection circulates. So if you have convection and you've got one of these and an oven, you've got you an air fryer. So yay. Okay, guys, let's see. It seems like there was one more. Oh, okay. Now, I couldn't bring it out, but it's over there. It's too big for me to bring out. We've been in this basement, and I did not want to bring a coffee pot. For a while, I was using my coffee pot, and I would fill it at night, and then in the morning, just press the button. But I have a Breville Creatista. It's Nespresso. It's the original pods, and it has a steam wand that is attached to it. It is not inexpensive. I want to say the least expensive I've ever seen it is possibly $500. But since we have been in this basement, we have made our coffee in it. And then we have a Virtuo, which is not as expensive. It's a Nespresso Virtuo. It uses the bigger pods, whereas the Creatista uses the smaller ones. Both of those are all you need to make great coffee. But the one that I would choose if I could only pick one, and I would never miss my coffee pot ever, is the Breville Creatista, the one that is the more expensive, because it does everything in one machine. And I do like my milk and my creamer steamed. It's just a game changer. It's not like once you have steamed, whether it's half and half or just your bottled creamer, just the consistency and the way it just goes into your coffee, you'll never want to go back. So that to me is a kitchen must-have. And if you have guests during the holidays, everyone can choose their pod or their little pod that would go in it, the coffee pod. You can have a beautiful, we've got a coffee station that will be in our new kitchen, and I'm going to have that coffee maker, and I'll also probably have my other one down here. But upstairs, when we have guests, I'm going to have all of my coffee pods for the Nespresso Creatista, and people can make their own coffee, and they can choose. The button lets you do a latte or cappuccino or a flat white, and it tells you exactly what to do first, whether you do the coffee first or the milk. It's just wonderful. And Christmas is a time where many people are looking for splurge worthy gifts. I cannot recommend that enough. So that is all that I have for my must-haves for making suboptimal kitchen situations more optimal. So I do hope that some or all of this is helpful to you all. And remember, everything is in the show notes. I so appreciate all of you who watch and listen and follow. And I'm always here to help. If you have questions about anything at all, always reach out to me, Jamie@familysavvy.com. And I will not see you all until after the holidays. So I hope your holiday is absolutely blessed with all your loved ones. And until next time, you have a fabulous rest of your day.